The Texas Longhorns took care of business in a big way Saturday, defeating Sam Houston 55-0. But for me personally, the biggest thing I think for Texas moving into the bye week was building that confidence with Arch Manning in the offense. Look, there's no way around it. The last 2 weeks have been pretty average for the Longhorns. Offensively, just out of rhythm, not really in sync. Arch Manning looked like he was forcing stuff. He actually admitted he was forcing it. Steve Sarkisian said he was forcing it. They just didn't look like the unit that everyone thought that they would be. Now you fast forward to this weekend. Arch Manning throws for over 300 yards. He has 5 total touchdowns, 2 on the ground for him. I think that's big too for Texas. Get the quarterback run game going, especially in the red zone. Talked about that a few weeks ago. Got it going. He scores in the red zone. He also hits Ryan Wingo for 2 touchdowns. That was big. That's the 1-2 punch that Texas needs if it wants to get back to Atlanta to an SEC championship and if it wants to make a run at the college football playoff. You got to get Arch Manning, Ryan Wingo back on the same page. DeAndre Moore chipped in. Parker Livingston did his thing. The defense is going to be the defense. I mean, you pitch a shutout. You've been great. Colin Simmons got a sack. You've got folks like Jelani McDonald breaking out. That's helping out Michael Taft and the rest of that secondary. This bye week comes at a perfect time for Steve Sarkisian's Texas team. You get to rest. You get to build off of this, the confidence that comes with it. Look, it's Sam Houston. There's no way around it. Everybody knows it's Sam Houston. No one's beating their chest about this and saying that Texas is back and Arch Manning's back in the Heisman hunt. No. Long way to go. But the big but here, the confidence, the swagger. You saw Arch Manning show that in the game. And look, I know a lot of people were hating on it on the internet. But look, man, the guy has dealt with absolute hell the last 3 weeks. There was a lot of frustration and emotion coming out there. And Sark said as much. He said that he likes that. He thinks that that's when Arch is at his best. And he thinks the team responds to that, which I think is big. That was the key in the quote there. The team responds to Arch Manning, the swagger, the confidence, the energy. That's what you're going to need. You get the bye week, you rest up, then you go down to the swamp to take on an all of a sudden reeling Florida team that got whipped by Miami, and there's a lot of doubt down there in Gainesville right now. What's the status with Billy Napier? What's DJ Lagway going to do? This is a former 5-star versus former 5-star matchup. You had that a couple weeks ago when Arch Manning went toe-to-toe with Malachi Nelson, you get the dub. You had it in the opener against Julian Saint in Ohio State, head-to-head. Didn't win it. You get another 5-star versus 5-star matchup here. We got 2 weeks to think about this. I'm not going to sit here and call that Texas is back or that Arch is fixed and everything's okay. But if you're a Texas fan, you got to feel really, really good about what you saw on Saturday in the win. And I think you got to build on this. And I think Arch needs to continue to show that swagger and to be the kind of player that everyone expects him to be.